broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Got a secret, can you keep it? Swear this one you say. Gotta lock it in your pocket, taking this one to the grave. And I'll show you that I know you won't tell what I said. 'Cause two can keep a secret if one of them is dead.
Guys, maybe our best yet.
It was. Hannah still didn't sing the whole time, but we'll work on that.
No, I never do. Can you all can you all hear me? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'm like, we can hear that you're not singing.
Great, because I can't hear anything, so I'm just assuming and hoping that everybody can hear me today.
Yeah. We can hear you perfectly.
Great.
Let's jump into this and talk about welcome to our Pretty Little Liars after show here at AFTERBUZZ TV. Of course, this is season 6, episode 17. We've all got baggage, and kind of plays off of last week's revelation about
the baggage.
Thank you. Yes, about the baggage. So, we are streaming live on YouTube tonight, so remember to comment. We love hearing from you, although we do not have the laptop tonight.
I'm sorry, you guys.
It's okay.
You messed up.
Next week I'm going to have my iPad, so we'll be back.
It's
good. Back in business.
We'll still be reading your comments later on, as well as you can tweet at us, and you can find AFTERBUZZ at AFTERBUZZ TV, and I'm Stephanie Wenger, and you can find me at Stephanie Wenger.
I'm Kristin Strange, and you can find me at Kristin_Strange.
I am Hannah Prichard, and you all can find me on Instagram and Twitter at The Hotshot Dude.
And I'm Heather Joy Smith, and you guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Heather Joy Smith.
And remember to use the hashtag ABTVPLL for everything, so we can find it easily and tweet out all your pictures and theories and all these things that we love hearing from you guys. So let's jump into this episode and talk about Spencer's big kind of confrontation with her mother about cancer. I mean, I definitely understand why Spencer had to do this. She had to confront her mother at this point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah, no. I completely agree.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Well, it had to be done eventually.
It did, but I still want more information as to how far along her cancer is. I feel like I still don't really understand how sick she really is or not sick.
I don't think she is sick. I think that's the whole point, is that she's got cautiously optimistic.
Then why is it like this big?
I don't know.
Well, I think it's because she was sick. Maybe as the timeline's a little unclear to me, but maybe as the campaign was starting and she didn't have how good or bad it was, and now she's closer to recovery. I don't think she's fully recovered. I'm a little unclear, but
I think that the thing is that with her, what she had, breast cancer, is it can always come back, so you're at a high risk of it coming back, because it doesn't sound like she had a double mastectomy where they took everything out. Whatever she did was treated some other way, so there's always that risk of it returning. I think that's where the concern is.
Okay, but then why is Spencer why didn't you tell us that you were sick? They're making it sound like she's sick again, Spencer was upset about it.
She had a reoccurrence of the cancer, so I think in the 5-year gap she was sick, and then, or someone mentioned to us in season 1,
sick.
And then I guess during this gap there was she was sick again. But what I think the bottom line of it is that she lied to her family and all these voters. So how can she recover from lying about being sick at some point? She wasn't revealing it. I think that's the biggest concern at this point.
Okay, cool. Okay, so she was sick again then within the 5-year gap is what they're saying.
Or shortly before we rejoin this. So a few months before,
But she's okay now. Or what we think.
Or,
cool.
I guess so. That's what she's claiming, at least until we have more information. But what did you think about Caleb taking the rep for revealing this information about Yvonne, that she terminated a pregnancy during high school.
Wow.
So I have a question though. So obviously Yvonne's family is Republicans because they're pro-life. That's Republicans.
Yeah.
So does that mean the Hastings family are Democrats? Are they like running against each other, or are they Republican running against each other? Because I feel like the Hastings family would be Republican.
Totally.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That was my question.
Or they're the type that say that they're Democrat but then act like
Republicans. Well, because they're rich, so I just assume.
Yeah, I think that they're in the primaries.
Right.
So I
okay.
think that's...
I didn't know how the Senate works. I didn't know, because I've never thought about voting for a senator before, which I probably should. But I didn't know if, like, it's like the president where, like, you have to have one from each party, or if you have to have, like, I don't know how, I didn't know how it works.
I'm trying to think of past ballots. Like, I think you can have multiple candidates from the same party for Senate.
Why does it seem like she's the only one she's running against, then?
Because it's probably just down to them two.
Is Pennsylvania a red state?
I don't know. It's up to the point.
What I really want to get back to is this idea of her mother lying and then Caleb also lying. Like, I felt like it was just like a line of lies.
Right.
I felt like, though, once it got more into it and Spencer talking to Caleb about it, it wasn't so much that he was, like, lying for Spencer, trying to cover up, but more so that he believed that she should be telling people that she was sick. So he's glad to take the heat for it if he believes it was the right thing to do.
Yeah, I think he's really trying to be, it seems like at this point, a good guy. Like, I don't think he's doing things to harm the campaign. I think he really wants to be doing the right thing, and whether you think his actions are right or wrong, he clearly believes in his heart they are.
Absolutely.
Right. But do we actually believe he did it? No. Right?
No, I don't.
I don't either, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so across the board, we're all no on that.
Yeah.
So do you think, though, there will be ramifications? He was obviously fired.
Right.
And
was he ever employed?
That's what I wondered too. I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't know he had a job to lose.
Yeah, she brought him on, I don't know, 3 or 4 episodes ago.
Yeah, I heard him. I heard I'm going to stick around for that campaign. I didn't know that was like a job offer.
Yeah, I didn't either. I was very confused by that, actually.
It's like you're firing your daughter's boyfriend?
Right, and him even living with them. I'm like, was that like fully an extension offer, or was that just what came along with Spencer coming back? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, can you kick him out of all of these things that you actually never really gave him?
Yeah.
Right.
Whatever. I feel like he's going to go stay with Hannah.
Oh, jeez. So awkward.
Smart. Oh,
right? Because who else?
Totally
where else could he stay? And it's like Lucas was his friend, so like he was living with
Yeah, and when's Lucas gonna come back to like reclaim his territory?
He's never. He's just driving his. He probably has a Tesla.
So he literally came in the storyline to be like, here is a place for you to stay.
Yeah. I also wonder potentially Toby.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, that could be awkward too.
That could be very awkward. Yeah, why aren't we paying attention to how Toby
Toby hasn't been around.
Because number one, it's awkward because he's dating his ex-girlfriend. Mm-hmm. Number two, Toby thinks that he leaked the information about his new girlfriend's abortion.
Yeah.
Awkward on so many levels.
Which I want more information about that.
Her abortion
I feel like this is actually going to come back to help her campaign.
You mean in terms of...
Because they're going to make it being like a learning thing. Like, oh, we learned from this experience and that's why we're now pro-life, blah, 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 whatever.
But I feel like this is like kind of like Sarah Palin when she ran for...
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly where I see this going.
I mean, I don't feel like that helped her. She didn't win.
That's true. But she
didn't really have much working for her.
She didn't have much of a chance and she got pretty darn far for what she was doing.
I mean, if anything, Yvonne can at least get a good reality show out of it, so...
Yeah, true.
Very true.
We'll call it good.
On air.
And did Toby know about this abortion, or was this him learning about it as well?
I don't know. I feel like that's something she would have told him if they're really considering marriage. Like, you tell someone that.
And how long have... So this is a high school abortion, so we know it's not Toby's.
She's 23.
It's probably 5 years
No,
ago.
it's not Toby's baby.
Yeah. Okay. No. Just getting a clarification on that. Right. Again, it's the timeline. This show, the timeline is definitely complex, especially with the time gap. But let's talk about Arya and Ezra. I feel like this is like the couple that cannot reunite, and all I want is them to reunite.
I'm with ya.
I think actually they were making the steps in this episode for them reuniting.
Yeah,
When
I agree.
she was like, I don't know if you want to punch me or hug me, I was like, hug her! Hug her!
Right now.
Give her a kiss, this is your moment, because they were kind of like,
Right.
And then it
And
was-
like he was loving on Arya, even finding out that she was like ghostwriting his book, and now it seems like they're gonna be co-writing.
Yeah.
Talk about some bonding time about their relationship. You know what I mean?
So juicy, and I love it. And they're getting back together.
Yeah, and then Liam
but
finding
then,
out.
no, but then it sucked, because at the end, she's all, oh, I know how it ends, and then they kiss. And
I feel like there's such a lie, though.
oh my god, I was so hoping that she was gonna be like, I think I know how it ends, and then it was gonna cut, and then we were gonna like see her when Ezra opens the door or something. Like, I thought it was gonna be that kind of moment, not a.
I feel like it was so awkward in that moment for her, like being with him, because you almost at that point have to tell him like, yeah, I love you kind of thing, even if you don't, because he's sitting right there and this whole thing just exploded, and so you're like forced to say, no, but I choose you, even though you're thinking, but I don't.
Did anybody else think when Ezra and Liam were sitting across from each other, I was like, oh my god, she has a type.
No, exactly. That's what I was just gonna
Exactly.
say. That I think that's also even dropping a hint that she'll end up being with Ezra. I mean, obviously, we all know that. But because they cast somebody to play her new boyfriend who is so much looks like, and acts like Ezra. You know what I mean? Ezra that she knew, you know?
Both in literary careers.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think there will come a point on the show where Arya is like, clearly I was chasing you by going after him. You know what I mean?
And that will be the scene that I've waited for
I know.
for so
They
long.
just make my heart like expand. This is the only couple on TV that makes my heart expand like
Well,
that.
yeah. And they
Like,
even
I'm like,
they even
feel
made
like
those
I'm there.
shirts for
Yeah.
them, like best ship or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
like,
for
that's
sure.
that's them saying everybody knows they're gonna end up together. It's
Yeah.
not like that's why I feel like I'm okay with the possibilities of them not being with each other, because we all know that they're gonna come back together. So it's like, okay, let's play around with these new relationships. I don't care.
Everyone, out of all of the people, or all of the couples, they're the only ones that we've all really hung on to.
Totally.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
everybody's kind of jumped on to Spaleb.
Bela.
Yeah. And, you know, Hannah and Jordan, I don't know what their names are, and, like, everyone else, but no one's gone away from Arya and Ezra. No one's like, oh, I love Arya and Liam.
Michael in the chat says Ezra is endgame.
Yes,
and I think
Michael,
you're
yes.
speaking to our souls
Yeah.
here. Yeah, absolutely. My favorite.
Luke says Ezra needs to back away. No way.
That cracks me up a little
You're
bit.
breaking my heart.
Breaking her heart. By the way, we did get the chat. It's up on our screen right now, so we can see it.
And thank you to our engineer for that.
No problem.
Yes. So let's talk about how this was my favorite moment in the episode when Ezra talks about Arya ghostwriting and says, and it was an act of love. It just was like all the like lovely fairy tale. Like, I don't know, it just was like the sweetest thing to, because I felt like they could have had a moment of anger and then kind of come around to that, and he never really got to the angry point. It was just always he saw it as like something to protect him. And, and yeah.
Whenever you talk about Ezra, I see like the little girl inside of me that's like, yay!
It's the best.
Cracks me up.
So, you know, it's my favorite, so it's all good. So let's talk about the wedding.
I'm really enjoying, sorry, really quick, the people who keep talking about Kristin looking like Hillary Duff. She does look like Hillary Duff, doesn't she?
I appreciate
but
it.
Somehow I look up every single time one of those comments comes up, and I'm like, you seeing this, Kristin? They think you look like Hillary.
I know, you keep looking
I
at
love
me.
this
and I'm
because
like,
we never get to really see the chat because Kristen's always
Just
on it.
me.
And she only,
And
like
hog
you.
it.
And so now we actually get to see all of your comments too.
And it's amazing.
It's
We
a little
love it.
distracting, so I'm sorry, but it's funny.
But
it is a compliment. Thank you.
I mean,
Go
it's
Grange.
amazing, and we love hearing everybody's comments. But let's talk about this wedding and that, you know, Arya officiates it. And I thought that was really interesting. I also loved we know that Cody is not on the show this season, so they had to come up with a reason why he wouldn't be at this wedding. So it was like, he doesn't agree with it. Okay, like, moving on.
Yeah.
And I like how they put some like dramatic music back there, like it was gonna be a really big thing. Like, he doesn't agree with it. Dun dun dun.
I'm actually almost surprised that he hasn't come back for an episode, though. You know what I mean?
Right,
I'm
because
like,
that would have taken like an hour to shoot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, put him in the front row, that's it, done.
Have him like
Exactly.
hug them or like give his mom away or something. That
Right.
would have been cute.
it makes me wonder if it's like the actor's choice to not come back.
Also, contracts. He's on another network.
Right.
Yeah,
But still, usually you can like,
you can
Yeah.
figure it out.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
But it's interesting for sure. I also thought it was a really sweet wedding. What did you think of the wedding dress?
I loved it.
Really?
Oh.
Yes.
When she said she wanted it to be more elegant, I was thinking like, okay, you want like white, you want very, very wedding, and then she was wearing a black dress, and I was really
It
confused.
was like navy
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah.
I loved sparkles.
I love
It
sparkles
was beautiful. It was a Adrita Papel.
Yeah, I know it was. I totally called it. Yeah. I was
Yeah.
Like, mm-hmm.
But I just, for some reason, when she said like elegant, I thought classic. For some reason,
Yeah.
those two things like went in my head together, and so it was really surprising. Like, I get it. Like, this is her second time marrying the same man. Like, maybe you can have fun with it, but using the term elegant and then going for that, it's a gorgeous gown.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Not what I would
I thought
imagine
it
a
was
wedding.
elegant.
Yeah.
It was, but not what I would imagine
Yeah.
wedding elegant.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that though when they like get married twice or very later on in their
Yeah.
life. Like it's
Yeah.
usually when they're younger that they stick to tradition
Yeah.
because they're keeping.
It's just funny
Yeah.
though that she would say how like she didn't have a traditional wedding,
Right.
and then she kind of wanted one, and then
They actually make that dress in white too, by the way.
do they? Why didn't she get it in
I
white?
tried it on once. I have nowhere to wear it.
And
to.
you would,
What'd you try it on for?
It's for New Year's, actually.
yeah.
They have it in a short version too.
Okay, I was gonna say,
Where are
talk
you
about
going?
a gown for New Year's. What ball were you going to?
I really want to see Hannah's dress though, because
Yeah.
you would think that would be the first thing she picked out in being in
Right.
fashion. I have my wedding dress picked out. I know exactly what I want, and I'm not even
Calm
in a
down.
relationship.
Boys,
like-
sign up. She's ready. She's
I,
already
Picked
got
out.
the
I've got
date.
the venue.
Yeah.
side note, I actually liked Arya's dress while she
yeah.
was officiating
I did
with
too.
the little lace.
Uh-huh.
I love
that.
That's so pretty.
Yeah, I really like that as well.
Looked really good on her.
I do wonder, kind of why not why they went with her to officiate, but I thought it was an interesting way rather than having her like sit there. It was like a way of having her actively in that scene.
Right.
Which,
I think it was great for her.
yeah.
I love it when weddings have someone that they know officiate, and
Yeah.
I think most of the weddings that I've been to have had someone like just get registered, and it feels
Yeah.
more personal.
My brother, at his wedding, he had his best man officiate the
Aw.
wedding too.
That's
So
awesome.
He had dual
Cute.
duties.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what do you think about them actually? They got married. There was no drama at the
No.
wedding,
No.
and I know.
Well, Liam showed up, so that was dramatic.
I don't know.
Yeah, they tried.
I was gonna say, like, I feel like Liam, though, we kind of knew where that was going, or at least I
Yeah.
felt like I did. It wasn't like he was gonna come to that wedding to like be angry.
No,
at her.
yeah,
Right.
he was there to be happy.
Yeah, I mean, like, who would do that? So I feel like we all knew. I didn't feel like it was as dramatic as many other events on Pretty Little
No,
Liars
yeah,
have been. Like, it was very calm.
I feel
Which
like
I
I would
liked.
have expected Liam to act much more like it's a way bigger bomb than he reacted that your girlfriend used to date her English teacher. Like
Yeah.
that's not something that just takes 24 hours to get over.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I was actually surprised that his I'm glad he didn't like overreact to it. I thought that was actually good, the amount of reaction that he had, but I was just surprised as well that his questions weren't more so you all dated and not
Right.
you had a relationship with your teacher when you were in high school.
It was-
Right.
it was
I want
like-
to know about this.
Yeah, it was like, why didn't you tell me? Not, why did you sleep with your English teacher?
Yeah,
like, that's
right.
my first
How
question.
did
I
that
wonder
happen?
if he knows that it was going on during high school, or maybe it was something
Yeah.
that happened right after graduation.
But see,
or
that's a
in the year
timeline that
after.
I would be interested
Right.
to know.
Yeah.
He didn't seem to
No,
want to know
I
at
just
that
would have a
time.
lot of more questions
Yeah.
than he did. Just
Yeah.
bottom line, I would be like, we need to sit down and have a real conversation.
Deep,
Right.
in depth.
Like, I need all the details on this, especially because this man is still in your life. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like this
Yeah.
happened in the past, you learned from it, you moved on. Like, Ezra's still a very active part of her life.
Right.
Right.
And I was actually confused by Ezra even saying what he did to Liam because I was like, do you know that Liam and him are dating? Do you think that like she's told Liam about you.
I think
like,
that's
I
what
think he thought, that she had told him.
Yeah, that she knew
Because
about the fact.
that relationship went on for years and years and years, and I think Liam probably thinks this was just a fling that happened.
Yeah.
Right, but was there ever a time thus far that Arya has told Ezra about Liam?
That's what I thought weird, because she walked up and she was like, and I was like, why are we
Yeah.
touching him in front of Ezra? Don't do that.
Exactly.
You're gonna set him off.
I was like, so is Ezra presenting this information to Liam because he knows that she's dating Arya and he just wants to reassure him that there's nothing going on between them anymore?
Yeah.
Or is he relaying this information because as one of his editors, he doesn't want them to think that he's writing about his editor?
I think it was about like that he didn't want it's about the relationship, that he didn't want him to think that he was still hung up on Arya. That was the way I initially took it. I'd have to think about it, maybe rewatch again to think more about it. But let's talk about Emily. I feel like she is just getting harassed. Uber A does not. A 2.0.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a I feel like
She's getting it the worst.
Yeah.
I feel like that's because they don't know what to do with Emily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, well, she can donate her eggs, and
Yeah, I feel like, which hopefully they'll change that, but I feel like Emily's storyline has been the most like, meh, meh.
Yeah, and maybe it's about to pick up with what happened. I don't know, but it to me, I was just like, oh, again, because I feel like for the first 5 seasons,
all we did was beat up Emily.
all we did was beat up Emily, and I was just like, oh, we're back to that, and it made me so sad. And also, why was she not at that wedding? She was like being attacked at the time of the wedding.
Well, neither was Spencer and Caleb.
Yeah, they didn't invite the friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hannah was there because she was helping.
All right, fair enough.
But
I
also,
guess
I
that's
would
the
like to know why they
justification.
had to reuse that dang fuck. I almost cursed and I stopped myself.
It's okay. I've said like way worse things before.
that dang cabin again. Like, that cabin has been everything. Like, talk about
a motel tonight.
Yeah, right. Talk about a versatile character. That cabin plays many roles. What an actor that cabin.
Well, the Warner Brothers lot is only so big.
Yeah.
They're cutting the budget.
I just gotta say, they must nothing else must be able to film. People must check and be like, is that cabin available? Nope.
Yeah. They've got it. They've got it.
Yeah. Permanently, it's PLL's cabin.
Well, at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I just felt bad for her. And then you had the Damien and her, who she kind of lied to about.
Yeah, I kind of thought he was hitting on her, and then she was like, "Sure, I'll go with you." And I was like, "You should probably mention to him." Like, I thought it was gonna be more of a like, "Oh, you thought this was a date? I'm actually a lesbian" thing.
Right.
But then it wasn't.
Right. I was very confused by that as well. She's like, "Let's go to dinner now."
Yeah.
Like, instead, like when she found out that information, I was like, "Are you? What are?
She's
What are
gonna
you
play
doing?"
on him and try and like see if she could swap it around.
That's what I assumed as well. Was that
But if he knows so much, then he knew she's a lesbian.
Exactly.
So.
That's what I was gonna say.
Jeez.
I don't know. It was just that's a weird one that I think is gonna kind of play out in the next few episodes.
Yeah.
I think this was just like the starting point, the seed to what's to come with that, because where we left it, I was kind of like, okay, and like, I need more, I think, to really get into it. And I feel like she's going to try to play him, but ultimately he's going to have all the information and be able to play her. Like, it's going to be a real game of that.
Yeah. I agree. I don't really know what they're doing with him, but whatever. Welcome to the party, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, interesting.
They're just giving us more suspects.
I mean, every week there's a new suspect, I feel like. And that's what the show is all about, I'm starting to wonder, though, because Emily's being so tortured, if it's someone closer to Emily. Just because...
Maybe.
Just kidding.
I mean, that would be such a throwback.
I know.
And
Maya could still not be dead.
Oh my gosh, if they brought back Maya.
I don't know. I mean...
I would love if they brought back Maya.
I loved Maya.
Yeah.
That
I
would
do
be
too.
fun.
I think that's why I said that.
Her and Emily were like totally meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wishful thinking.
Totally team Emily.
Mamily.
Oh, wow. And then we get, because we kind of hear earlier in the episode that Hannah's not sure about any of the wedding details, which, as we mentioned, kind of shocking that she wouldn't even have a dress or, like, I don't know, I feel like she would be all about the Pinterest.
Right. I feel like she would be really into her wedding.
I think the problem is she's not into the wedding because she's not sure if she was into the groom.
Right.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. I just can't. I can't imagine personally getting engaged at 22. So like that's got to be super overwhelming, especially when like if you think about expectations her fiance's family must have because they're like super wealthy.
Right.
So she's got to deal with all of those. So I feel like there's probably a lot of pressure, which automatically makes you go like, okay, I don't like you're getting cold feet, and she probably doesn't even know why. And now she's like back and Caleb's there and he's dating Spencer, which is like a little weird for her, and it's always going to be a little weird for her. So she like doesn't, there's a lot of things that are making her question it, and they're just confusing her. So
yeah, I agree with
I think that's probably why she got so flustered. I don't think it's that she doesn't care for Jordan. I don't think that it's that she doesn't want to marry him. I think it's just that there's so much going on at once, and it's like kind of hard to process all of it.
I do wonder if she cares for you just said his name. Jordan. I was just like totally mind blanked. All right. Jordan, but really loves Caleb. Like,
well, I think that when Ella was explaining her first love, I think that really hit a chord with her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, this was my first love. He was beautiful and dangerous, and I thought we were gonna be together forever. But then I met Byron. And that's like always how the story goes. You hear it's like, oh, I had my first love and it was amazing and rocky and everything was crazy, and then I met the person that I'm actually gonna spend the rest of my life with, and it's
easier.
Easy. Yeah. Yes. Like she says, it's easy with Jordan.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm really like tonight was a lot of just wedding.
Oh, can we talk about
Allison? Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Since
Allison.
we're on the wedding theme.
Yeah, I know. Allison engaged and trying to elope.
Yeah. So random.
I was like,
well, we knew that was going to happen. She calls herself Mrs. Rollins in the preview for the episode.
But I feel like it was kind of, I mean, yes, we saw it in the preview, but like a real left field storyline.
I feel like that's something that you do when you're drunk in Vegas, not like when you're sober chilling at the house, like, oh, let's go to Aria's house right now and get married. Like, that's random.
At first I was like, why did she come to Aria?
Right.
Like, of all people that she could go to, why go to Aria's house and be like, hey, guess what? I'm going to get married. But then I was like, oh yeah, she's ordained.
Yeah. I thought the exact same thing. And where are all the other girls?
Yeah.
Come on.
It is, I mean, I don't know, Allison kind of is impulsive, so I can see why she did that.
Right.
But it's so small. Like, they've made their relationship like, oh, by the way, we're dating. Oh, this. It's like all of the scenes combined, they've had like 10 minutes, and now they're married.
Right. Exactly. I thought the exact same thing. I was like, all right, a little bit much. Let's pump the brakes. If we're going to do like a whole wedding between any characters, like, there should kind of be the one that is more of an ordeal. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I feel like they're all getting, like, there's so many people getting married now, and I'm like, that's a lot.
At a young age.
Right.
I understand that we did the time jump, but, like, that's only 5 years on 18 years.
Yeah.
And, like, if you take 5 girls, probably only one of them is going to be married. If that.
Exactly.
They're millennials. Probably only one is going to be married. If that. Now we got 2, and I'm like...
Yeah. I just
sure
feel
some
like,
of them are headed towards it. I don't know.
Someone tweeted me this week and said, like, it feels like a 10-year gap. Like,
It really does.
Well, because I feel like if they were like 25, 26, and everyone was getting married, I would get that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But not at 22.
Yeah, it's very fast, but it's an interesting way to kind of age up your characters, I guess.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, but you just
Julie, oh, let's get married, but in the last episode, I didn't want to be seen with you.
Nice.
That's amazing.
That's exactly what's going through my head right now.
Before we move on to predictions and news and gossip, I want to also talk about Melissa and that revelation about she seems very sketchy about
sketchy.
She's like, the trip is paid for, and and the luggage, like, don't worry about it being broken, it happened. Like, I was just like, you're really, really acting super sketchy about your broken luggage.
That was a little weird, though, where he was
so
like,
weird.
how did your luggage break? Like,
He got weird.
Yeah, he was weird about it.
I was like, there's better ways to ask. I was like, why don't you just ask her, like, so do you have that other piece? I can fix it for you.
Right.
Because then then you find out if she knew where the piece was. Like, I'm like, poor questioning, Caleb. Poor questioning.
He got like super awkward, super fast, and then Spencer's like, yeah, because he just likes to fix things.
yeah, not great.
That didn't save it. That didn't save it.
Not great at all.
Not at all.
So I kind of get why she got a little weird because
she was
they were
weird
being
the whole
weird.
episode though.
Yeah.
And the London scene was weird.
Which, so, did we know that Charlotte was, like, released into, like, a penthouse, basically? Like,
I think that was just her saying that. I don't think it was actually a penthouse.
Yeah. Okay, so it was just her being, like, phone rights?
I think she was, like, just saying, basically, like, that where she's living isn't, like, a jail cell or anything. It's, like, plush living, you know?
Interesting, though. I thought that was interesting, her keeping in contact
with
Ren.
I feel like the pictures I've seen of Radley were not plush. I mean, till now.
Yeah.
Right.
Now it's Lux, but yeah.
I would like to bring Ren back if he's going to start being discussed as, like, a character that really is, I don't know, important or pivotal in the storyline.
And I know someone had tweeted us about how, because it was weird, someone had mentioned, why did Cece need Ren to make her a pass for Radley if she was in Radley.
Yeah.
And Marlene King said that there was a reason for that. So I think that Ren will be back, or information about Ren or something.
Interesting. That'll be fun.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, with that, let's jump into news and gossip.
Okay.
Sounds good.
AfterBuzz TV News.
This is just a fun one. The Pretty Little Liars cast knows that they have a huge social media following.
Yeah.
It's no secret at all. And they're trying to use it for good. As part of Entertainment Weekly's Beyond Beautiful series, the cast talked about encouraging their fans on social media to be their true selves and accept who you are. And Ashley Benson talked about that she likes to post selfies with acne cream on because she feels like that's like really relatable to her audience, and that she's the same and everybody has pimples, and that it's like okay to be yourself and show that on social media and obviously in your real life as well. And I think that's such a great thing, and I feel like I hear continuously how great this cast is about kind of using their fame for good. And I always love like when I get to report something like that, because they have so many young girls who follow them and are their role models for, and it's nice when you can be like, it doesn't have to be the perfect lighting and let me put on my full like camera makeup and then take my selfie.
Yeah, I like that they can be real like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So with that, want to jump into predictions?
All right.
Yeah. What are my predictions?
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that.
I know. I feel like I'm like, I don't know.
I'll start with something.
Okay.
Yeah, go. I know what you're gonna say.
I am so excited. Guys, they've been listening to us.
I know.
Dinner party next week.
Yay!
Is that really happening?
Yeah. There's some sort of party, yes.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
I hope
is where Liam and Ezra.
I was gonna say,
get it on.
I hope Ezra and Liam are both invited.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It's gonna be
That's my
amazing.
prediction.
I just want all the drama at that party. That's pretty much it. And I think Emily is in for more pain before it gets better, unfortunately for her, amongst the others. I think that's kind of the main thing that I was super excited about, though, not the pain, the dinner party. I want all the drama.
Someone
in one
gets
location.
blown back by the fires, looking intense.
I think Emily's gonna get killed off before the series ends.
You think?
I do.
That would be so tragic.
I do, though.
It's headed that way.
I mean, I was gonna say, it's looking like that.
Yeah.
She's a
looking great for
survivor.
her.
I have confidence. She can survive.
They'll bring her back somehow.
I don't know. You guys are making me sad. I feel like this is a bad place to end it, but I don't know where else to say, guys. Let's focus on the dinner party. If there's dinner party pictures,
It's
will
gonna be
tweet them out this week.
dinner party.
Yeah.
They better use this dinner party with everything that goes into one. I want it to be real good. Don't mess
juicy.
anything up. Like,
give us dinner party we've been asking for.
I have to say, if it's like a low-key event like we got with the wedding this week, I'm gonna be super annoyed. I want...
We're so upset. Like, that wedding went off without any hitches. That sucks.
Yeah.
Again,
Something went right.
again, I say this because Pretty Little Liars World, I want the drama. In my own life,
No
yeah,
drama.
I want it to be low key and
Yeah.
nice. Let's be honest.
Right.
But bring the drama next week, PLL.
Yeah.
So with that, we thank you so much for watching and hanging out with us. You can always find AfterBuzz at AfterBuzz TV, and you can find me at Stephanie Wenger. Remember to use the hashtag ABTVPLL and tweet us all your fun things.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kristin_Strange.
And you all can find me on Instagram and Twitter at the Hotshot Dude.
And you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, pretty much all social media at Heather Joy Smith.
See you all next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.